Yo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? I got Hostile Himmies in the building in Colorado City Studios. What's up, y'all? Everybody good? Talk to me. Y'all got the other mic.
Hey, what's going on?
Introduce yourselves. Who we got in the building today? What's up?
Justo, 6.4_Justo on Instagram.
Okay, that's what's up. What's up, Justo? Who else we got?
James 345 DLA.
H _Charger on Instagram.
Tank.
And what's up? It's your boy Recon Reels. We in the building with another podcast. We doing it live. We on the stream. We might fuck around, throw the game on, play some Mortal Kombat. But today we want to just, talk about what everybody talking about. We want to get in these Venezuelans, and we want to get in and talk about what the hell is going on with Puff Daddy. We gonna go through the indictment, y'all. So where y'all want to start? Y'all want to start with the Venezuelans? Y'all want to start with P Diddy? I got some funny clips pulled up. How y'all want to break it in? Oh, actually, I got a topic I wanted to start with based off of what we was just talking about right here. So what we got right here is the psilocybin mushrooms. They call them magic mushrooms. Can you explain a little bit more about that? Okay, we got dinosaur bones. All right, we're going to find out what the hell that is. How y'all spell dinosaur? If you ain't fucking with dinosaur bones, you dead wrong. It auto-corrected me. All right, let's see. What they talking about? Oh, okay.
Not legit dinosaur bones, just fossils of how big they are.
All right, so for y'all who don't know, the magic ingredient inside of mushrooms is the psilocybin. The psilocybin is a hallucinogenic substance attained from a certain part of the mushroom. Those are Indonesian to tropical and subterranean regions in South America, Mexico, and the United States of America. These mushrooms typically contain 0.2 to 0.4 percentage psilocybin and trace amounts of psilocybin, another hallucinogenic substance. Both psilocybin and psilocybin can be produced synthetically, but law enforcement reporting currently does not indicate that that is occurring. So, in other words, they can't really test for this in the typical UAs and stuff like that. So, if you want paper, this might be a good, you know what I mean, right? All right. Hey, this is not financial advice. Hey, this is. I'm just talking. This is late night hostile Hemis tapping in. So don't listen to us. All right, let's keep going down this because we're gonna get to the real shit in a second. Apparently, P. Diddy has 797,000 dildos. Y'all heard about that? Anybody? What's up with my man? He was dildoed out. He said every freak off he got a new shipment. So look, let's just jump right into it. All right, so look, these is memes right here. Here, I'm gonna go down the list. Uh-oh, look at this one, y'all. Look at this one. Oh, there go Rick Ross, Lloyd Banks, 50 Cent. What they talking about? Look at this dude. All right, I think that might be the end of the ditties. What's that one saying? It's gonna be Diddy. Watch. It's gonna be Diddy. What the fuck? No Diddy. I got the monkey. All right, so what's the story? I didn't see nothing on that. Where y'all see he had dildos? Who said that? 787, 780 dildos. Can you even type in dildos on Google? Yeah, somebody talk to me, man. Can you? How you even spell dildos? What letter am I messing up in this shit? L. Dilly dough. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm gonna have to erase my history fucking with y'all. I'm gonna start getting targeted ads. All right. Let's see what the news story. Oh my God. 784 seized dildos. No. This is not good, y'all. 2 days ago, they reported. Oh, YouTube. No, not on YouTube. They was throwaways.
$784 dildos, along with 1,000 bottles of baby oil. How many people was involved? The fuck going on? Now, ladies, if you are in a relationship with a man, you meeting, you dating, and you doing this, you doing that.
Can y'all hear over there?
You finally get to a point you're at his home and you know it's going down, and he pulls out a dildo. The fuck, run! Like, okay, couples have toys, great. I get it. One, but you're not a couple yet. You know, this is and usually it's the woman who introduces like that shit because they go to those little parties and shit, right? You know, I mean, like Dina, she
He put his girl on the phone.
That's fucked up. She hit me with the whips and chains and shit, in the handcuffs. You remember the handcuffs?
Never used any handcuffs.
You damn sure had the whips. You know, tell the truth. Shame the devil. You had the whips and chains. This is 25 years ago. We ain't got no whips and chains. You know, but
Y'all using whips and chains now.
The fuck going on? Like, what's Diddy parties like? I remember we was down in D.C., me, Dana, you know, visit my cousin Lisa and Rick, and I forget what was going on, but I think it was Howard Homecoming or something, and there was a Diddy party going on, and there was a tent, and I remember like us being out, it was, you know, by the wharf, you know, and we were like down there, you know, it was outside, an outside Diddy party. We didn't see Diddy, he was somewhere in the area, but how do you, like, in these house parties, like, pardon me, I burped again, but how do you get to a point where it's like, okay, like you pick your people, you know, like half of Hollywood is fucked up. And I don't give a fuck. Those parties were star-studded. There wasn't average motherfuckers at the party. There was no average people at the party unless.
Breaking news in the Sean Diddy Combs case. He's back in federal court today in Manhattan, this time trying to secure bail.
Ray J has known Diddy most of his life. He considers him a mentor as well as one of his closest friends. What do you want people to know about how these allegations hit you? Had you ever thought you would hear this about the man?
I didn't, and I think it's a different time in this game. And you know, when you look at our mentors and the people that have kind of shaped this culture, it's important to acknowledge the mistakes that they've made, and we have to hold everybody accountable for what they've done. But I don't think this is a time to tear anybody down, right? Instead, it's a time for this industry and everybody that's going
Diddy already done tore your ass
to learn
down
from the mistakes and create a
tore him down already,
for
y'all.
the future of the industry together, right? In unity.
Oh yeah.
Ray J has known Diddy most of his life. He considers him a mentor as well as one of his closest friends.
Who is the most powerful person in America? Oh, I don't think anybody would probably know their name. Yeah, there's
who y'all think
behind the scenes, but certainly people on this committee, like Admiral Wilson. Who is the most powerful person in America? Oh, I don't think anybody would probably know their name.
Galen was just telling us about a 24-year-old net worth $19 billion. Pulled up to the airport in a private jet, parked that, jumped into another private jet, fly to Aspen for the weekend. Remember, he got caught up. He was in the paperwork.
From Boys in the Hood to his Oscar-winning role in Jerry Maguire. Show me the money. Cuba Gooding Jr.'s Hollywood career seemed unstoppable, but a number of scandals over the last few years derailed his once promising career. Now, he's ready to make a comeback.
What do you make of these new allegations, Cuba? God's will be done.
Lawsuits, accusations from multiple women, and in 2022, he pled guilty to forcibly touching a waitress in a nightclub. You've experienced some very dark times these past few years. But Cuba, so how's your faith? How has it helped you through those dark times?
Oh, it's one of those things where I know that I'm here for a reason. And I know that as long as I do what I do, and I'm good at what I do, and I'm passionate about what I do, God's will be done.
Still reeling from those dark days of scandal, his once squeaky clean image stained forever. People love you. You know, people do. You seem like you're on top of the world. You're jovial. How did you find yourself in a scenario where dozens of women were accusing you of sexual assault, pleading guilty to forcible touching, and settling lawsuits?
People feel that I'm accessible to them, so I come in contact
5 months ago,
with
they made
all kinds of people, from people who adore you, and people who are offended by you, people who feel you're aggressive. And you have to learn that as you walk on this path, you must stay neutral. When people...
It's official. Disgraced rapper Sean P. Diddy Combs has been arrested and indicted on federal charges. This is something we've been expecting for about 6 months now. And during that half a year, federal prosecutors were collecting evidence, speaking to witnesses, and forming what they believe is an airtight case against Diddy.
See,
Thanks
and this
for
is
joining
going to lead
us.
to the
I'm Sierra
conversation
Gillespie,
I
and
really
now
wanted to
let's take
have
a
with
deep
y'all
dive
today.
into the federal case against
Because
Sean Combs.
allegedly,
To understand where
he
we're
was
at
involved
now,
in
we have
all
to
of
head
this
back
shit
to November 2023,
for decades.
when
Somebody
Cassandra
said 2
Ventura,
decades.
or the singer Cassie, filed a
That
civil
was early
suit against
2000s.
Diddy.
So
They've
how
been
the
in a
hell is
relationship
you
for several
filming
years, and during
the
that
most
time,
powerful
Cassie alleged Diddy
celebrities
was
in the
physically and
United States of
emotionally
America
abusive, that he forced her to
using
carry illegal weapons
other people
and
and
even forced her to have sex
accomplices
with
and
prostitutes.
all of this stuff, and
Cassie
you flying
filed
under the
this
radar.
civil suit under the
Clearly,
New
you
York
got help.
Survivors Act,
Anybody want to
meaning that
tap
any
in or
sexual
chime
assault
in after this
survivor
video?
could
But
file
that's
a
really
civil
what I
suit
wanted to
against
talk
their
about
alleged
today.
abuser, regardless of the statute of limitations. The suit was
I
settled
wanted
just
to
a
know
day
the
later,
truth.
but the damage was already done. Several more accusers filed additional civil suits against Diddy, all under the
Blackmail.
New York
He
Survivors
clearly
Act.
has
These
to be a
allegations from
CIA
Joy Dickerson
agent
Neal
or
and
asset.
Liza Gardner date back to the 90s.
He's an informant,
when
gotta
they
be.
both say separately
They
that
said
Diddy sexually assaulted
because
them
that's
in
a
New
common
York. Jane
that's
Doe
a common
also
thing,
filed
bro.
a
If you
suit
watch like
saying
Power,
Diddy sexually abused
The
her back
Wire,
in 2003 when she was
the
just
police
17
and the
years
feds
old.
will let you
There's even
break the
pictures
law
of Jane Doe
while
included
they
in
build
this
the
filing,
case, or you feed them
proving she
information.
was at Diddy's recording studio in New York. All of this happened last November, and in December, Diddy finally spoke out, posting a statement to his Instagram. He denied the allegations, writing in part, quote, "Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth." That brings us into the new year, when another bombshell lawsuit was filed against Diddy. In February, Rodney Jones, known also as the producer Lil Rod,
That's the
filed
one
a
that brought
massive
everything
civil
down.
suit against Diddy, alleging he's the kingpin in a drug trafficking, gun trafficking, and sex trafficking ring. Lil Rod's lawsuit lays out some pretty
I don't see
serious
Puffy being that
allegations,
gangster, though.
saying
Puffy
Diddy
don't strike
apparently
me as the type
forced
that
Lil
really
Rod
get
to use
gangster like
drugs
that.
and even sleep with a
Like, he
prostitute.
ain't no Frank
Lil
Lucas.
Rod also mentioned something extra
no Nino
important in the
Brown.
lawsuit. Quote, "Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to record him constantly. Mr. Jones has secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff, and his guests engaging in some serious illegal activity." So we couldn't confirm it at the time, but we believe those video and audio recordings are what federal investigators were searching for in the raids on Diddy's homes. This happened in March, when the feds executed search warrants at his homes in Miami and Los Angeles. Back then, we couldn't even confirm that Diddy was the subject of those raids, but we made an educated guess. Okay, I know you're multitasking when you're watching our videos, and if you're running errands, listen up.
You know who else was
I have to tell you
multitasking?
about the free app Upside that gives you cash back on daily essentials. I now use it every time I pump gas. It's so easy to use and free, so why wouldn't I use it? Get an idea of what prosecutors have up their sleeves, we sat down with former federal prosecutor Gene Rossi. This is a case we've been covering for about 6 months now, when those federal raids were performed on 2 of Diddy's homes. We were waiting for quite some time for an arrest and indictment, and now it's here. What are your initial thoughts?
Well, I was not surprised it took them about 6 months to
corny-ass
return an
motherfuckers,
indictment,
man.
the prosecutors.
And who
because
self-appointed
usually when you
them
do
to
a major
be able to
search
speak
warrant,
on behalf of
and
our
as you
culture?
just mentioned, they did a
Well, I
search
guess
warrant of his
that ain't our
homes
culture, but
in L.A.
we're the,
and Miami.
we're the
and I
black,
think
we're the
one
black
of them
people
is
that's supposed to be
17,000
involved in hip hop.
square feet.
Like,
That's
those
a
are the
lot
only
of
people
stuff.
I'm listening to.
It probably took them months to go through all the documents and data and information that they gathered. But here's what I think about the indictment. When you have a RICO charge, and this is one of several charges
See, and that's
in
the
the
other thing.
indictment
They
by the
talk
federal
about a RICO
prosecutors.
charge, but there's
The
only
RICO
one person
statute
listed that I
allows
keep
you to
hearing
bring
about
in a
is P.
lot
Diddy.
more
So how you
evidence,
gonna have a
a
RICO
lot more
charge with
events,
one person?
a lot more witnesses.
When Young Thug went
than
down
a
for his
normal
RICO, it
case.
was like
And
20-something
that's
people
just
went
the-
down with him.
For a defendant, that's the negative.
So
about
how?
a
So
RICO
who these
charge.
other
It gives
co-conspirators?
the
It can't just be
prosecutors
Diddy.
enormous
He had help.
tools when they present the case. the other charges, sex trafficking and things like that.
I wonder if they got
those
Epstein
are
pictures
important.
with him and Diddy.
But when you have the RICO charge,
or Diddy
as
ever
the
went
main
to the
event,
island,
if you will, you're going to
That's what
have
we need to know.
allegations
Did Diddy
that
ever
may
travel
span
to the
10,
island?
20 years, and you may have more victims that could testify. So if I were Mr. Combs, he is presumed innocent, of course, but these allegations are pretty darn serious.
So going off and talking about those 3 charges, initially to me, when I look at 3, it's only 14 pages. That's kind of small, short. But according to you, it sounds like RICO could be a giant charge.
I was surprised when I read this
3
indictment
pages?
that it is so short. What that tells me is the prosecutors just wanted to get this indictment out there to move this case along. And, you know, given the scope of this case, 14 pages is nothing. I predict that they're going to supersede, amend the indictment, and maybe not add more charges, but add more allegations under each charge, as they say, to add more meat to the bones and have what they call a speaking indictment. A speaking indictment is one that's very, very detailed. It's almost like reading a novel. And a speaking indictment can be over 100 pages. This one is sort of a bare bones general indictment that I predict the federal prosecutors are going to amend, supersede, and add more information.
So you said they'll likely add more allegations, more information to kind of beef up their argument, but we still only have these 3 charges. And I'm sure the federal prosecutors are bringing the ones that they can get a conviction on, right? The ones that have the most amount of evidence against Diddy. Do you think that's why they only brought 3 just to secure a conviction?
I think they only need 3, and here's why. The RICO charge is so expansive that if they only use that one count, RICO, that would be enough for me. So they don't need 20, 30 counts. If they have 3 or 4 core good counts, that's enough, because that RICO charge by itself is an extremely serious charge.
One of the reasons I wanted to talk to you specifically is because of your history as a federal prosecutor. And I know we talked about the time frame, so about 6 months from those federal raids until now. Obviously a lot of investigation during that time, but I'm wondering about the prosecution side of things. What were they doing during those 6 months to prep for their case?
Locking in witnesses, collecting documents, utilizing the grand jury subpoena, sending agents out to do follow-up interviews or initial interviews. They did a lot of legwork in addition to reviewing the information that they gathered from the search warrants.
We didn't even
They
stop. He
moved
popped
pretty
out
fast.
with Popeyes. Like,
I've
what
had
the
1
hell?
or 2 cases in the Southern District of New York, and those prosecutors, they're top-notch. They're brilliant. So they were working like beavers the last 6 months.
Okay, and it's all about location too. How does it get decided where this is going to be held? I know you mentioned the Southern District of New York. We know that Diddy has homes in Miami and in LA. He also was in New York. So how do we decide where?
All right, so what's y'all takeaways before we move to the next topic? Anybody got any takeaways before we talk about these Venezuelans? Here, I'm going to pass the mic around. Landro Plain, final thoughts on this Diddy madness.
The nigga Diddy is paying people to shut up, bro. Something. You got 3 indictments and that's it?
What's y'all final thoughts on this Diddy madness? The right one? Oh yeah, it is.
I think he's gonna snitch on a lot of people. I think there's more people involved.
What you mean by that? You think it's more people at the top or like low level guys?
Both. Top and low level.
He's snitching on everybody.
Everybody. 3 pages is no way he not. And he got to give up everything.
So let me ask you a question. Okay, do you think he's gonna get bail or bond?
Nah. He too valuable.
kill him while he's locked up.
Nah, it's too much. He a black
Epstein
dude
was
with
on
all these
suicide
cases
watch.
like this. Yeah, for real.
So he definitely paying all them M's back.
Without a doubt, yep.
So
They
he
own him. They own him now.
That's what I was gonna say.
They own him.
So he ain't getting out of this. Okay, here, give it to James. Oh, you good? Okay, that was it. He said. All right, bet. Sean, you want to add to this? He said, "Fuck that. I'm gonna leave that one alone." All right, so look, here's our last topic of the day.
A message for those living at this condemned apartment complex here in Aurora. It says, "Save our souls."
Trump
You see the
talking
letters
about
right
he
there.
gonna come pull up.
SOS. A message written out in rocks in the middle of this complex. This is located near Nome Street.
Well, people there have just a few hours left before they'll be forced to leave. Tonight, we're speaking with a family that is impacted and learning more about their situation. Fox 31's Greg Nieto joins us live now with the very latest on their emotional story. Greg.
Yeah, Matt, you know, in the middle of the quad of that building, there's a big sign or flag that reads, "Need more
Okay, so
time."
does anybody
Unfortunately,
think he's
tonight,
going to
time
talk?
is running
Or do
out.
you think he's going to just drive through
For many
the
families
like,
in
drive
Aurora,
through Aurora?
this is a week of going back to
Or
school.
do you think he's going to go
For
to
families
somewhere
of
and get out
1568
and
Nome
do like a
Street,
normal
though,
rally or
it's the
speech?
final hours of calling this place home. The city giving these residents until 7 a.m. tomorrow.
If
to
he
be
do
out.
a
And the
rally,
parking
I'm
lot
telling you,
is
bro,
where
if
we
he
first
do a
meet up
rally
with
on
Ethel and
Colfax,
her husband.
that's the
So
coldest
where are you
president
gonna
of
go?
all time, my nigga.
We don't know him.
For the
Ethel
president
says
of the
city
United States
issued
to pull
hotel
up and do a
vouchers
rally
won't
on
help them
Colfax?
much because she and her husband
Colfax and
were never
Peoria.
asked to sign
Colfax
a
and
rental
Dayton.
contract.
Across the street from Orlando's.
You know,
By the old Saturdays.
Receipts. They never gave us contracts. They never gave us receipts.
He
They
gonna
just
drive
took
down
cash.
Colfax and
The city
see all
says
these
it
crack
continues to work to find
hotels.
solutions
And if he pull
via
up near the
hotel
decal shop, he gonna
assistance
see the bitches.
and deposit
Remember
assistance
there
on
be
new
bitches
places
right there
for the
selling
more
ass.
than 85 people to
Stop
now
the
live.
convoy.
The city's been committed to providing resources
Stop the convoy.
entire time.
Kleiber, Kleiner y Moisés.
Up on the fourth floor is where we meet Iriana Perez. She shows us the unit she shares with her 3 children and her cousin.
No tengo luz en la cocina. Él no cumplió con eso. Él no me daba respuesta.
She says for the past 3 months, she's always paid her rent on time, but has had continuing issues with lighting in the kitchen and issues with the front door.
Okay, that's the one
and
off of Nome.
pest control problems.
Solamente tenemos un día que
Also, half the month of August nearly gone. Doesn't give her family much time to find permanent housing moving forward. Meantime, Ethel and her husband are off to get a bite to eat and then back for a final night on Nome Street.
They would always tell us tomorrow, and tomorrow never came.
And again, the who's to blame
Oh, right
carousel,
there.
if you will, continues. The city says the property management
Federal
team
right
is
before
simply
federal?
not doing enough to help these residents. And an interview with that property management team last week,
Oh,
they say
okay, I know what you're
that
talking about.
building is actually being controlled by a certain
I know what you're
gang.
talking about, where
and they
that,
feel
the
helpless.
two
There's
gas
nothing
stations
they
are.
can do about it. In Aurora, Greg Nieto, Fox 31.
If you park by that gas station and look towards downtown, bro, that view is just unobstructed. It's I ain't gonna lie. Sorry.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. Charlie Kirk is doing God's work on.
Shut your ass up. Okay. Oh, what they talking about? You talking to the trenches. I think that's on Spear by the gas station. All right. Hey, let's get these little funnies out the way. Y'all seen this video before?
And on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death.
The fuck is that? Shit! I'm dying in this fucking country ass fucked up town. Shit flying in my mouth. The fuck? I can't see pollen. And let's get the fuck out of this country, motherfucker. I can't even see me. Okay.
What does this guy think he's an Indian?
This is a classic right
What is he,
here.
a goddamn asshole? What the fuck is he doing?
This dude.
Oh, I'm king of the trees. I'm the tree meister. I count on them. When sometimes I pride, I like to stealst. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. This guy's a faggot. Guy's some sort of faggot Indian in the teepee. Oh, this guy thinks he's Captain Knots. Thinks he's Captain tying knots. When everyone needs some knots tied, they go to him. Bullshit. Bullshit. This woman's such a bitch. Thinks she's Miss Sand. Drinking out of cups. Being a bitch. I bet her fist. I bet her fedelisk. Burned.
Yeah.
Patter's going to pat a little kid in the background fucking going crazy.
This is the last.
Who's this guy? Mr. Balloons. Mr. Balloon Hands. No way. No way. Get real. Like those things.
This is my favorite part.
Mr. Walkway. Mr. Walk Down Me. I'm the walkway. Lead me to the building. Fuck you. 5643. Yeah, right. You some stupid bitch. Who paid for that floor? Not me. No way. Never paid for no floor ever again. Not once, not never. Nope. Whose chair is that? Who bought that goddamn chair? That's not my chair. Not my chair, not my problem. That's what I say. No way. Stupid dresses. Stupid flowers. Lighthouses rule. You don't like the lighthouse? You suck. What is this, Seahorse Captain? What is this, Seahorse Seashell Party? Who didn't invite me? Why didn't I get invited, Seahorse Seahell? What is this? Get real. I'm in love with seahorses. I'm in love with them. They're so beautiful and cute. I'm in love with the seahorses. They're fucking unreal. I love them. They're like all the clocks. I love them. I love seahorses, and I love looking at them, and I love seashells. I love seashell things. I love things with seashells and seahorses on them, like blankets and towels and little bags. I love them. Seahorses forever.
Yes, sir. So that concludes episode 1 with Hostile Himmies in the building. Tune in weekly. We gonna have them conversations, them topics. We gonna talk more Mopar next week. All right, so tune in. They got the new EV Chargers and Challengers coming out. They ugly as hell, but who am I to judge? You know, if you like them, you can't be in our club. They ain't Hemis. Got the newest shit, 0 miles. Can't even be in the Hemi Club. But yeah, we could talk about that, and we're gonna have some more things to talk about. We always gonna leave y'all with some comedy. So signing off, everybody. Wave to the cameras. We out.